What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video. How's everybody doing today? Think we have a few things we can discuss, don't you? So, the Solo box office has officially I can't even think of what I'm trying to read all these comments. You guys are already flooding us with comments. So here's what we're going to do. Yes, it is another video. And I want to talk about a few things, but we're going to wait until we get enough viewers in here. Hell, man, we already have 150 people watching. We haven't even been live for a minute. We're almost up to 200. What's up, everyone? Adventurer, hey, Jeremy, what's good? What's up? Good to see you live. Fire KTN, I notice you. Force User, what's up? Lee P, what's up? Ty, what's up? Thomas Gedek, hey, geeks and gamers. I'm going to show you guys a couple of things here in just a minute, but I want to get enough viewers in here first. So, Solo is flopping harder than I expected. Nerd Drama, I do notice you. 200 viewers and 50 likes already. We've only been live for a minute 30. You guys are lighting it up and I love it. More people have already joined this chat than saw Solo this weekend. Oh man. All of the dismissal, all of the name calling that they have been saying to us, all of the shots that they have taken at us, and we are justified. We have united as individuals to come together for a common goal, and we are defeating the Empire, but the fight is not over yet. The fight is certainly not over. So, 350 people now are watching. Let's get this thing up to 500 and then we're gonna get this bad boy going. So, Jeremy, what's up, man? Time for Solo to crash and burn. Jeremy, what do you think about Thrawn being in the Obi-Wan movie? Has that been a rumor? I haven't heard about that. I haven't been paying much attention to that. So, man, I haven't heard about that. I'll have to check that out. I have not heard that rumor. That rumor sounds actually pretty cool now. All right, we got 400 watching, so I think I may go ahead and get this thing started since I really didn't announce this. I just kind of went live. But, are you going to wait until Solo is out of theaters to see it, Jeremy? I honestly don't know if I'm going to see this movie at all. I don't want to see it. It's not Solo to me. It's not Han Solo. And I don't want to affect my opinion of Han Solo, one of the single greatest characters in the history of sci-fi. So I've heard the movie is pretty decent. I feel like this movie is getting better reception from the fan base than The Last Jedi. Unfortunately, it's basically a sacrificial lamb at this point, that it doesn't really matter if this movie is good or not. There's a bigger picture in mind that we have to focus on, and at least that's the way I'm approaching it. So that's what I'm looking at. Have my projections for week 2 changed? I don't know if I had projections for week 2 at this point. I mean, my week 1 projection was 120 million, and right now we're looking at 110 million. Okay, so we have 500 people watching. So here's what I want to do. This is why no one trusts the mainstream media right here. Look at this. This was, let me see if I can find it. So this was 3 weeks ago when these stupid reports of 170 million came out. Listen to this.
I can't believe this. One, I'm going to call myself out. I thought because of the divisive nature of The Last Jedi, that Star Wars was going to take a little bit of a breather at the bottom.
Real quick, can you guys hear the Collider video? Just confirm that you can hear it before I continue going. You can hear it. Okay, all right, we're starting her back up. Hang on just a minute.
Box office, including Solo, and open under 100 million. That's what I thought. Boy, was I wrong.
Really wrong, Riley.
Really wrong. According to Deadline, we are looking at over 170 million opening 4-day weekend for the Memorial Day holiday, which would beat Rogue One. It's incredible that this is coming out now. It seems that Star Wars is as popular as ever, according to these tracking numbers from Deadline. What are your immediate thoughts?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's incredible. 170 million is incredible. And then let's have real talk.
Real talk.
I'll have real talk with you any day.
This idea that there's a small percentage, there's a huge percentage of people who don't want to see a Han Solo movie.
Yeah.
There's people who are having issues with The Last Jedi, so they're not going to come to Star Wars. It's all a lie. It's obviously very clear that it's a small percentage of people who don't want to see a Han Solo movie and who maybe are still suffering from the Last Jedi stuff. So I think what's incredible here.
So Rocha says it's all a lie. He says it's all a lie, and that they said Star Wars is more popular than it's ever been before. This was 3 weeks ago when these ridiculous reports of 170 million came out where they were saying it was tracking higher than Rogue One. Then just yesterday, yesterday they released another video. Remember Rocha, the guy who said it's a lie. He said it's a lie that people were not satisfied with The Last Jedi and didn't want a Solo film. It was a lie, according to John Rocha. Now, yesterday.
That sounds pretty reasonable to me. My personal prediction wound up being 140 million. But then you look at the Hollywood Reporter article, and again, they point out the $14.1 million Thursday total, but then they go on to say that Solo is going to come in well behind expectations with something like 105 million to 110 million for the 4-day weekend, which clearly is way lower than what I thought it was going to make this weekend. What say you, Rocha?
Certainly way lower than Disney and Lucasfilm were hoping to make this weekend as well.
And
we
Rocha.
talked about this on Movie Talk yesterday, Perry. We talked about where we thought it might land, where it might hit. And I was feeling like the vibe wasn't 100% excited for people to go see this. And overnight, people were tweeting out pictures of half empty or they were one of 10 people in the theater for these opening night screenings of Solo. Now, it's still mad.
So that's it. I'm done with that now. So 3 weeks ago, it was a lie. 3 weeks ago, there was nobody that was disappointed with Star Wars, and we were all such a small little minority, and there's a damn fly in the room, and it's pissing me off. And now, here we are. Now they're turning the whole entire thing to, well, it must be Star Wars fatigue. There's too many Star Wars movies. No, what it is Kathleen Kennedy has shoved identity politics into Star Wars, and we are fed up with it. That is what's going on. And you are starting to see what happens when you pander to SJWs, when you pander to identity politics, when you pander to virtue signaling. This is what happens. There is no legitimately good reason that Star Wars should be failing, other than the fact that the people running Star Wars don't care about Star Wars. They have used Star Wars for a social justice platform, and people are sick of it. We're sick of it. I'm sick of it. You're sick of it. Everyone is sick of this. And this is what happens. This is what happened in the NFL. When you try to pull politics into it, this is what happened with Marvel Comics. This is what happened to Ghostbusters. And now we have confirmation that SJW politics is even strong enough to destroy Star Wars. Why would anybody want to bring SJW bullshit into their business model? I have no idea. It kills everything it touches. Everything. Thunder Kajat Kitten, thank you for the super chat. MCU puts out a movie every year. No MCU fatigue. Exactly. Because the MCU is really good at what they do, and they don't pull identity politics into it. Darth Vader says, good morning, Jeremy. Good morning, Darth Vader. Thank you for joining us, Sith Lord. Disney has the high ground yet? Nope. Wabin22 says, yay, Jeremy, my bitch is live. Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad and it's pathetic, and I'll just never understand why they do it. But Here we are with Solo coming in at a reported, now this is a 4-day total, and that's what needs to be key here. 4-day total. Rogue One was a 3-day total, and Rogue One had 155 million in 3 days. Solo is going to, it looks like it's going to pull 110 million in 4 days. That means the 3-day total is going to be around 80 or 90 million, which is how many? That's right, which is like lower than the Justice League. So Solo's 3-day take is going to be lower than the Justice League. ADP 1998, my internet connection is very poor. Gotta go, bye. All right, well, thank you for joining us. Appreciate that. What about the SJW attack on the fans? Hey, Jeremy, remember when Donald Glover was just some kid named Troy that went to that community college? Yes, I do. And I think Donald Glover's a talented dude, but his This Is America video didn't help matters. When you're bringing all these politics into something, people are just tired of it, man. People are just tired of it. DXP says 110 million 4-day is sad for Star Wars. It is pathetic for Star Wars. Absolutely pathetic. A frustrated gamer. Jeremy, I like how you're always honest, unlike EVS. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Ethan's my boy. I got Ethan's back. So, how does Crow sound, Jeremy? Some big names are about to be eating some. Yes, they are. And just remember, you know, everyone who claimed that it was a small minority and that the boycott would not make an impact, I want to know what is their response going to be, because they're starting to pivot over to this stupid excuse of fatigue. I told all of you when I made my predictions about what was going to happen with Solo, what did I say? I said if I'm wrong, I will own it. I will get on this channel and I will own it if I'm wrong, because that's what you do as someone that doesn't try to hide from things, that doesn't try to run from it. If you're wrong, admit you're wrong and move on. People will still respect you. Nobody's right about everything. So I just took everything into consideration from what I was seeing from a fan standpoint, and I said this is what I feel is going to happen. And maybe I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. Well, it looks like I was right. Now, what about all the people that claimed the opposite? Are they just going to own it, or are they just going to sit there and double down and then move and pivot over to the excuse? As pooped by Anakin Skywalker, Kathleen KKK Kennedy will be Bob Iger's downfall. Possibly. This fucking fly, it's gonna be like that episode of Breaking Bad. This fly flying around my room is pissing me off, and he's about to go down. He's about to go down like Solo's going down this weekend. According to Box Office Mojo, Solo has the 5th widest opening release ever at 4,381 screens. Only 35 million domestic at the box office so far. That is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Show us the fly. This damn fly, I don't know, he keeps flying to the screen. So that's the only time you can see him. I don't know where the hell he's at right now, but he's pissing me off. Yeah, just 35 million. We have 1,200 people watching, so I just want to thank everyone for joining us. Yeah, we were showing some of the Collider videos. So if you go back to 3 weeks ago, this video right here with Roka and who's this guy? Is that Mark Riley? Roka and Mark Riley. This is where they were talking about the $170 million opening weekend box office, and they were saying that it was all a lie. There was no backlash against The Last Jedi and Star Wars. They were hyping up this $170 million opening weekend 3 weeks ago, and then yesterday, Roka and Perry come on, and all of a sudden, they were like, yeah, man, there's no hype for this movie. There's no hype for this movie. Well, which is it? Which is it? Why don't you just own your own words? There's nothing wrong with being wrong about something. Just own it. Kay Brady, Marvel released 3 movies in the last 9 months, up to $4 billion. It's not Star Wars fatigue. It's bad movie fatigue. You just nailed it, Kay Brady. You just nailed it 100%. That is the most accurate thing possible. Jeremy, question, what did you think of Rogue One? I liked Rogue One, but I didn't love it. I definitely didn't like it as much as everyone else, but I've said many times, I've only seen Rogue One like 2 or 3 times, and I need to watch it again. So I'm planning on watching Rogue One again. I do own it. I know it's on Netflix. So, yeah, so I mean, I liked Rogue One, but I didn't think, a lot of people like it more than I did. And that's fine. That's cool with me. I have no problem with that. Mr. Left Turn says, Jeremy, the theater I work at didn't even come close to having 100 people per show last night. That is terrible. Wow, man. Jeremy, were you once a fan of Collider and Crew? I used to be all the way back to the AMC days with John Campea. Can't stand their bias anymore, so I stopped supporting them. Used to be, I used to be a daily viewer of the AMC / Collider Crew. I watched all the way back in the day when Campea pretty much first started it. And then once they transitioned over to Collider and they brought Jeremy Johns on and the Schmoes, I was a huge fan. And then after that, they tried to focus on diversifying the entire panel and all of that garbage. And I gave up on Collider after that. And then Lucasfilm underestimates the true fans' resolve. That is 100% correct. Entertainment Buddy, can't wait to hear how Campea tries to spin this. Yeah, and you guys know I've told you many times I've always considered John Campea. I've always considered myself a fan of John Campea. I give John Campea a lot of credit for motivating and inspiring me to do a lot of the stuff I do on YouTube in Geeks and Gamers, and I still stand by that. But I am no longer a fan of John Campea. I cannot support this man anymore. I am tired of his virtue signaling. I just can't take it. I can't take it. I'm done. It's over, and I'm out on that one. Doc S says, what's up, Jeremy? Coming to us with another video. JAFCU says, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. My favorite part of Rogue One, outside of the obvious, because the obvious is the Vader scene. The Vader scene is amazing, but my favorite part of Rogue One is Director Krennic, because I'm a huge Ben Mendelsohn fan. If you have not seen Bloodline, I highly recommend you watch the series Bloodline on Netflix. However, the third and final season is very disappointing. The first season is damn near perfection, and the second season is really good. Kyle Chandler's in that season. It's a great series, so I highly recommend it. As pooped by Anakin Skywalker, do you think we would have been better off if Lucas would have stayed with Lucasfilm under Disney and made Episode 7 as a farewell gift to the fans? I mean, I definitely do. I definitely think that would have been better for sure. No doubt about that. Let's see. Daniel Payne, last night I went to see Infinity War and Solo for a similar start time. Hang on. Last night I went to see Infinity War, and Solo for a similar start time was as full as Avengers. That's bad for how long each has been out. That's true. That's very true. Hello from Denmark, says Renee V. Well, hello. Thank you for joining us. L337 was goddamn cringeworthy. I've heard that is pretty much the universal thing I'm hearing about this movie, is that L337 was extremely cringeworthy. It very much so. Now again, I have heard from many people, oh yes, A Place Beyond the Pines was good, the Jacob Bite, you're damn right it was, and Ben Mendelsohn was great. That's a great movie. So yes, that's true. That I'm hearing a lot of that from L337. It's like universally being crushed by everyone. Hello from Canada, says Jack5790. Thank you. In Star Wars Now, says Outsider Kid 93. Alpho Mar Detolis. Jeremy Rose. Holdo or Leet Droid, which is worse? Well, I haven't seen the droid, so I can't speak on that because I haven't seen the movie. But out of Rose and Holdo, damn it. I think I did a comparison of these two on YouTube. I can't remember which one I ultimately came to the conclusion of which one I thought was worse. They're both equally terrible. I think Rose was worse. I think Rose is worse than Holdo. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I think Rose is worse. They're both terrible, so I'm not gonna take a definitive way of saying it, but I think Rose is worse. Did I say Rose was worse in my video? Okay. They're both terrible. There's not a wrong answer. So they both need to be gone. There's Mary. Mary, I haven't seen you in a long time. Now, just so you guys know, I pay attention to the viewers and the supporters of this channel. Mary was early in the stages of this channel blowing up in the first 10,000, I believe. Mary, you were very supportive, so it's good to see you here in the super chat. She says, Captain Phasma voice, let's make this boycott hurt. So thank you for joining us, Mary. It's nice to see you. Work schedule, no problem. Andy Gunn, Alex Becker, damn, that guy hates potatoes. I actually can't wait to hear what Alex Becker has to say about this. But we all just have to... Do I have a cold? I heard you sniffling. I might have a bit of a cold. My daughter's been under the weather recently too, so it's possible I do. That's why I'm not on camera. I don't have anything set up. I don't have my lights set up. I don't have anything set up. I'm trying to get ready for this tropical storm that's heading here to Florida, which I'm not overly concerned with it. I've been through many a hurricanes. I've been through many a tropical storms. We just want to get a few things in order in the yard to make sure nothing gets blown over. But outside of that, we're not too worried about it. I've been through much worse here in Florida. But I do appreciate... the storm is gonna pass us, it says Ty. Yeah, I mean, those things change though, so we'll see. Yeah, we're up to 1,400 viewers, so thank you to everybody joining in. And if you're just joining us, I just want to go through it one more time. I was telling the audience here, this is the Collider crew. This was 3 weeks ago when the Deadline report came out, and it was saying that that this movie was going to open up at 170 million. Roca and I keep forgetting his name. Mark Riley. Roca and Mark Riley got on here and they were like, oh yeah, this was all a lie. There's nobody that's dissatisfied with Star Wars. The small minority is meaningless, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to do so much money. And then yesterday, Roca and Perry get on there and they talk about how they're so, they didn't feel the buzz coming and they knew this was happening, and it's just complete BS. Complete BS. And I'm just sick of it. Just own it. Just own what's going to happen. Really good chef. Aloha from the Big Island. We are willing to throw Kathleen Kennedy into a volcano too. See if the sacrifice thing works. Good stuff. The Action Brick. Jeremy, you should listen to the Solo soundtrack. It's probably the best out of all the Disney Star Wars films. That's good to hear. I'm sure the great John Williams worked on it, so that doesn't surprise me at all. No, we don't have 135 likes and 1,400 viewers. We have 391 likes. Now we're 1,500 viewers. So you guys know last night, every time our stream hit 1,000 likes during the live stream, the stream would crash. So I don't know if that's going to happen today, but let's not be scared of it. Let's get those likes up. But yeah, the stream crashed both times right after it hit 1,000 likes. It was really weird. I had a really tough time streaming last night. So, man, I just want to thank all of you for the support, for everyone joining in these live chats. It's so much fun, and I just really appreciate all of you. You're all the best, and I just enjoy every moment of it. I enjoy having conversations with you. So, yeah, but it's we're winning this battle. It's we are the rebellion, and we are taking on the empire, which is Disney. And I say that as a Disney fan. I say that as someone that loves Walt Disney World, that has a Walt Disney World snow globe sitting right here at my desk. I love Disney. But that doesn't mean that we can't call them out on their BS. And that's exactly what we're doing. Watch Doomcock and Smack Talk Soylo reviews on YouTube. I think I saw that, and it was really good. I think I saw that one. Darth Vader says, take care, Jeremy. Thank you so much. A Frustrated Gamer says, Jeremy, you are our Luke Skywalker. Now, that's a hell of a compliment, and I take that very seriously, so I appreciate that. Captain America 1776, Jeremy, you give us a voice. We got your back. Well, thank you so much. That means everything to me. Means everything. I'm not going to try to pronounce your name, so I'm just going to put it up here. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. But it is Shirley Roundhead's trilogy is fired with Kathleen Kennedy. You know what? I think that's almost a certain at this point. I have to believe that Rian Johnson's trilogy is going to get axed. This is a smack in the face of reality. This is a reality smack to Disney with their Hollywood bubble that they live in. This is a smack to them, and it's beautiful. and I have to believe Rian Johnson's trilogy is going away. Episode 9 must flop before something will happen to Kathleen Kennedy. That's probably true. It's probably true. Give me just a minute. I've got to back out of the chat for just a second. Never imagined as a fan that my 11-year-old son would ask from Star Wars, what is pansexual Lando? And that's true. That's from Tony, and thank you for the super chat. That's true, and it's terribly disappointing that we are in this situation. Terribly disappointed. I had to back out of the chat just for one moment, so give me just a minute, guys. Hang on. All right, I'm back, and we're in the chat. Let me see if I missed anything. Robert Bonilla, what up from Orange County, California? Hey, this will be a bad opening for Solo enough to... will this bad opening for Solo be enough to get Kathleen Kennedy fired? I don't think it's going to be enough to get her fired, but it's definitely going to be enough to put her on the hot seat. And if you guys... And I've never been the biggest fan of Grace Randolph, but if you watch Grace Randolph... you know, last night she did a show, and I've actually been enjoying her coverage of this Star Wars situation, so I'll give her a shout out for that. And she said that basically it's going to be, Kathleen Kennedy's probably going to have a sit down with Alan Horn and Bob Iger and a Stern talking to, and it looks like that maybe it's that situation where she would bring on a lieutenant, and that would be Dave Filoni. So they would probably move Kathleen Kennedy to more of a behind-the-scenes role of being the president of Lucasfilm, and they're put Dave Filoni out as the front man, as the head of creative, which is something we've all talked about for a while. And I think that's probably the most logical choice at this point. So, and I would be okay with that. Because, look, bottom line, Kathleen Kennedy is rich as hell. There's no way she's not going to ever be rich. She's married to Frank Marshall. She's friends with Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. The woman's filthy rich. So if we can just get her out of the creative process, if she just needs to sit up in an office and make money, then by all means, go do it. Give us Dave Filoni. Give us someone that cares about this universe, understands this universe, because Kathleen Kennedy is not a Star Wars fan. She doesn't care. Michael Vox says, have you ever played Dark Souls? If you haven't, you should try it. I have not. I'm very familiar with Dark Souls. I know how impossibly hard it is. So at some point, I would love to stream my first time playing Dark Souls for everyone. I think that would be a lot of fun. Let's see, Star Wars for life. By the way, Jeremy, I told a lot of my friends that I've been watching you and what you stand for, and I believe 3 of them already told me that they enjoy... God damn it, where'd it go? Hang on. Chat jumped around on me. I'm so sorry. Where the hell did it go? Can't find it now. I'm looking. There we go. All right. By the way, Jeremy, I told a lot of my friends about you, that I've been watching you and what you stand for, and I believe 3 of them already told me that they enjoy your videos. Stand up for Star Wars. Well, thank you so much, Star Wars for Life. I appreciate that. I really appreciate you guys spreading the word and just letting everyone know. I know there's a lot of as you get a bigger, you know, as you get more prominence and people start watching you, people will say a lot of they take you out of context, just like this whole stupid narrative that Geeks and Gamers was boycotting Solo. No, you dumbasses, no. I own Geeks and Gamers. I created it, I operate it, I run every aspect of it, but that doesn't mean Geeks and Gamers was boycotting anything. I, as an individual, decided I was not going to see the movie. Geeks and Gamers has a review on geeksandgamers.com right now. Mike Calkins did it, and I want to give a big shout out to him because he knew he was walking into the lion's den with this movie. So I appreciate Mike Calkins taking that on. And everybody that works at Geeks and Gamers, they all have individual opinions. They don't have to do anything I say. You know, so that's not how it goes. Derek Harris, many people think Episode 9 will be salvaged by J.J. Abrams. I don't. What do you think? Also, Forbes' newest article, check out. It's full of excuses. Interesting. As you guys know, I'm a fan of J.J. Abrams as a filmmaker. I don't like him as a person anymore. I think he's a complete idiot. But I like him as a filmmaker. I think I enjoy most of his movies, if not all of them, and his television shows. As it stands right now, I don't have much faith in JJ to do anything with Episode 9. But if Solo crashes even harder now, if this thing continues to crash, Here's my prediction. I think episode 9 is going to be delayed. I think they're going to go back to the drawing board. I think they're probably going to consult George Lucas. I think that Kathleen Kennedy is going to reach out to George and get JJ with George and go, George, what can we do to fix this? That's what I think. But again, that means Solo's got to be under 500 million worldwide. Let's call it 6. If it goes under 600 million worldwide, that is going to be a catastrophic moment for Disney. So at that point, if they delay episode 9 and they go back to the drawing board, they pull in George Lucas, they pull in Dave Filoni, and they go, what can we do to fix this mess that we've created? That's the only way it can be salvageable. D.L. Varney says, will you attend the pansexual parade at Galaxy's Edge? I will be going to Galaxy's Edge, but I will not be involved in any pansexual parades. Pete Burrows, it's time for Star Wars fans to make a real movie. Well, if you want to jump over to Star Wars Theories channel, he is working on a Vader fan film that I am in full support of. And yes, so we're trying to get a Kickstarter going for that. I will be making a cameo appearance in that movie, so definitely check that out. 89M Diesel, YouTuber Ivan Ortega is fixing The Last Jedi. Check him out. I am familiar with Ivan. Ivan has videos featured on this channel. In fact, I have Ivan's final cut of The Last Jedi, his recut, and I'm going to be watching that very soon. I'm so goddamn busy these days. I don't have time to do anything, but I have Ivan's final cut. I'm going to be watching that. I don't know when I'm going to officially be able to talk to you about it because I leave that up to Ivan, and I don't want to disrespect him in any way, but Ivan is anxious for me to watch that one and give me his thoughts. Let's see. I don't know how to say, let's see. Hang on. Arca, god damn it. Hang on. I lost the super chat. Give me a minute. Why do super chats disappear like that? I don't know how to say your name, so I'm just going to put it right here. I have no idea how to say it. But I am what you call an SJW, and I found The Last Jedi atrocious. Mad Max had feminist messages, and people loved it because it was a good movie. The Last Jedi is an insult. So, I mean, and let me clarify when I call people SJWs, my whole meaning from an SJW is someone that decides like they never cared about Star Wars until they saw an opportunity to get on a soapbox and push social justice narratives into Star Wars and preach about it and claim to be victims of it, and people that just want to get involved with something they've never been involved with only to bitch about it and push their agenda into it. So if you've been a lifelong Star Wars fan and you liked The Last Jedi, or if you didn't like The Last Jedi, or whatever, if you're a lifelong fan of Star Wars, then, and maybe you care about social issues and all that, that's fine. My whole thing is when people pretend to be interested in something just so they can push their social justice garbage into it. I've mentioned this many times when you go back to the Colin Kaepernick thing, with the NFL. Susan Sarandon was doing a protest in New York City at the NFL offices for Colin fucking Kaepernick. Susan Sarandon. Has anybody ever heard Susan Sarandon make a comment about the NFL in her entire life? No. But yet when social justice nonsense comes into the picture, Susan Sarandon wants to get involved. Get out of here with that. Nobody should listen to Susan Sarandon when it comes to anything, much less the NFL. So that's a social justice warrior for me. Wolfman Jack, hi Jeremy. I just want to say, I wish you a nice day. Well, thank you so much, Wolfman Jack. I really appreciate that. Darth Caesar, I saw it. It was average. SJW was in full effect with L3. That droid killed an average movie along with there really wasn't a main bad guy in the movie. Thank you for the update, Darth Caesar. General Spawn, Kathleen Kennedy is too arrogant to call Lucas to help with 9. Well, she is in theory, but if Alan Horn and Bob Iger are looking at this going, our $4 billion investment is going down the drain, and they tell her her job is on the line, then that arrogance will go away very quickly. Hey Jeremy, how are you doing today down here in Miami? It's raining like crazy. Joseph, well Joseph, stay safe down in Miami. I don't know if you're getting any of the outer bands from this tropical system that's heading to the Panhandle area, but I wish you all the best and be safe. Miami tends to get hit with a lot of storms down that way, but I think you're gonna miss this one for the most part. M15TR_V. It's Jeremy with another video. Darth Vader says stay safe. Well, thank you so much. Hello from Greece, Jay-Z's studio. Well, hello from Greece. That's amazing. Thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna catch up on a few things here. Make sure I haven't missed any super chats. I think we're good. We are killing it. Yes, we are. Jur Herman, I think I'm saying that correctly. Kathleen Kennedy brought Opie in to fix the backlash and move the story Marvel style. Kira studies under Maul and is Rey's mom. Han the dad revealed in episode 9. JJ Amesh, I appreciate the super chat just because I seriously enjoy your content and look forward to it every day. Love your passion. Keep it up, buddy. Man, thank you so much, JJ Amesh. I really do appreciate that. And I gave you another shout out on the cosplay as Joker. Nice job on that. I am an actual Russian bot, USSR, with love from Russia. Dak Ralter, thank you for your tireless efforts, Jeremy. Hey, you guys don't have to thank me. I want to thank you. I thank all of you for everything you do, for all of the support you give me. That is what is most important, so I just want to thank you. Stay passionate, Jeremy. Always, you guys stay passionate for the Geeks and Gamers community and for Star Wars. We are not going to give up on being Star Wars fans. We are not. We love Star Wars, and we are going to continue to fight for Star Wars, and that is what we're going to do. Memphis Dale, just want to say, you're the man, and my boy works at Malco Theater, and he said it's been empty as hell. Yep, that does not surprise me at all. Can you believe? Go back to just a few years ago. With The Force Awakens. Remember that? Remember how insane the hype was. Remember how insane the enthusiasm was. Now we can't even get people in a theater. It's unbelievable. So I'm gonna be wrapping this up soon, but I really hope we can hit 1,000 likes. We're at 700 right now. Jason Barry, hey Jeremy, you, Becker, Ethan, 3Buck, World Class are all amazing. You're all helping the real Star Wars fans have our voices. What do we do if nothing happens to Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson? If nothing happens, and again, I'm very careful about trying to. What I like to do is I don't like to tell people what to do. I like to tell you what I'm going to do, and then you can either follow my lead or you can choose to not. I believe in the power of an individual's decisions. Okay, so I didn't even choose to say the day I decided to go and say I'm not seeing Solo was after I watched Alex Becker's video. Now, again, I'm a leader. I consider myself a leader. I'm an alpha male, but that doesn't mean I don't know when to follow. And in that moment when I saw Alex Becker's video, I'm like, that makes so much sense. And I loved everything he said, so I decided, you know what, it is important that I don't go see Solo, period. I don't need to do a review. I don't need to have an opinion on it because there's a bigger picture. And so that's what I would like to do. So now to address your specific question, what do we do if nothing happens to Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson? Well, I can tell you what I'm going to do, and I'm going to continue to do exactly what I've done. I'm going to call them out for their BS. I am not going to support them in a financial way. This is specific to Star Wars. This doesn't mean Disney, because I will still support Disney because that's just impossible for me because I am an annual pass holder at Disney, so it's stupid for me to say I'm boycotting Disney. So I will not support Star Wars from a financial standpoint. And I will continue to call them out. I will continue to expose them on this channel. And so the best thing you can do is to vote with your wallet. So that is my answer for that. Wolfman Jack, if Lucasfilm starts making quality Star Wars films, will you then watch Solo, if only out of curiosity? Good question. Yes, probably so. Here's why. Like I said, I really don't want to watch Solo because I don't want it to affect my opinion of Han and everything like that. But I have heard from enough people that outside of L337, which does really hurt the film, I heard that there was enough good in the movie to justify at least watching it. So that's what I'm going to do. If they turn Star Wars around in the next year or a year and a half, then maybe at some point I will watch Solo, but only because of the feedback I'm hearing. Again, I'm not hearing it's a great movie. Nobody's saying it's a great movie. Some people are saying it's a terrible movie. L337 is universally getting panned by everyone. But I'm hearing that there is enough good in the movie to justify watching it, if maybe for free or something like that. Kayan Avrice Gaming, Cyan, I hope I'm saying that right, and I apologize so much. Saw it yesterday. Meh. Keep up the good work, Jeremy. Thank you so much. General Spawn, shout out to Jeremy and G&G. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Kathleen Kennedy has joined the chat, and she said, "You're all virgins." Okay, cool. Mary says, "Friend is at theater now." She says it's 50% full. 50% Star Wars opening weekend on a Saturday. Unbelievable. Boba Fett or Beta Fett. Stay safe down there. Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much for that. Big Boss, I feel like one shouldn't boycott Disney since Marvel Studios is doing so much in comparison to Lucasfilm. Reward those who are listening. That is correct. That is correct. Why can't we see you, Jeremy? Because my room is a disaster. And because we're getting ready for this tropical storm down here, I've had to bring a lot of stuff into my room from outside because we don't want our yard to get destroyed. So we're preparing for it. And again, I've been through hurricanes like crazy down here, so please, it's not a big deal. It will be fine. Tropical storms are not really a big deal. I just don't want to lose a lot of the stuff in my yard. That's all. So, no problem. No problem. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Yeah, this is just a little storm. So, I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing. Hey, 1,000 likes getting close. Let's go. Thumbs up. All right, so we're going to wrap this up here in just a few minutes. We do have 1,700 people watching, though. Man, that's incredible. It's incredible. Man, just appreciate it so much. Don't expect many videos from, well, I mean, I might do live videos, but any pre-recorded videos from me, depending on what all happens with this storm. Plus, I'm leaving town next week, so as soon as this storm blows over, I will be leaving town. But I'll be doing videos from the road. Trust me, I'll be doing videos from my car, from my hotel, everything like that. I will definitely still be doing my live streams, so do not worry about that. Almost time for the live stream to crash. Yeah, we only need 1,000 more likes, or 100 more likes, and we can crash this bad boy like yesterday. Count Zoroff, hemorrhoids do not concern me. Emerald, I want to shit. Ben Rome says, they lost 9 tickets when they lost me. I've seen all the movies since I was 4 until now. Fix your shit, Disney. Thanks for your hard work, man. Well, thank you so much, Ben. Appreciate that. Sphinx Productions Solo movie was only made because Lawrence Kasdan's favorite character is Han Solo, and he wanted to make his last Star Wars movie a Han Solo movie with his son. Angry Liquid, L3 is worse than Jar Jar. Jar Jar was made for kids. L3 was made for cringe. That droid just sucks. Best part is when it gets blasted. You know, that's the most interesting aspect of this entire situation. I want to see L337 because I hear she's so bad. I hear it, and I hate that I even called it a she, but I hear that this droid is so bad. So, we're at 965. Is this thing gonna cut off at 1,000 likes like yesterday? And if you're not aware, yesterday we had 2, and if this thing cuts out, I'm done for the day because I got a lot to do. But yesterday we had 2 streams back to back. Once we hit 1,000 likes, it crashed the stream both times. So we are